welcome to Empowered to Love today. On our podcast, we are going to be looking at specifically how to love God well and fulfill that greatest commandment. And unfortunately, in my walk as a Christian, I have really messed things up. So we're going to learn from my mistakes and talk about some of the lies this week that Christians believe that really cause mental health problems and hurt relationships, unfortunately. And I know that I have taken all of my mess ups, I've taken them directly from Scripture, and we want to make that right and we want to make that better. So this is a 3-part series. For those of you that were here last week, we're also going to have one next week. And if you want to preview this, I actually have a free ebook. If you go to restorationresources.org, you can get the whole ebook and you can read this and share it with friends. Because if this is something that you are battling, chances are you might have some friends out there that struggle with this too. So we want to get the word out because we want to get this right, folks. We want to love others well. And we definitely don't want to get caught up in mental health problems. Like, that's never fun. So let's navigate this today. And we're going to be looking at lie number 2. So the second lie that I believed that caused me some big mess ups in my life is I believed that as a Christian, I needed to put others' needs before my own. And I know you're going, but girl, it's in the Bible. Yes. And I will read you that scripture next. The scripture that I specifically twisted and really messed up is Philippians 2, verses 3 and 4. And it says, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interests, but each of you to the interest of others. And I took this, and the way that I twisted it that really messed stuff up is I really thought if I continually put others' needs before my own and I modeled that behavior, that they would eventually do the same. All right? And that is not what this verse is saying. This verse is telling us that we are actually to individually put others' needs before each other's, and that is reciprocal. So when each person is doing it, it's this amazingly beautiful, wonderful thing. But the first thing you need to know is that you get to have needs. Wow, like mind blown. I did not know that. I did not know what my needs were. I did not know that I needed to communicate them. I did not even know how when someone hey, what do you need right now? Beats me. It was so off my radar. And I've struggled with, and I am an overcoming codependent. And so I really look at any person around me and I'm like, what's their needs? What's their needs? How do I serve? How do I serve in a way that is not healthy? All right. And that is possible. And as being raised, I graduated from a Christian high school, graduated from a Christian university. I studied scripture. I even did another year-long Bible program in my later 20s just because I wanted to get this down. And I somehow missed this whole thing here. And it was actually a couple of years ago, I was going on this retreat. And before I left, my husband, he was like, why are you so frustrated? And I spent 4 days really getting to the root of what was going on with me. And this was it. I was so frustrated on a daily basis because I woke up every single day and I just started running, taking care of little Johnny over here and little Susie over here. That's not my kids' names, but I would just start taking care of my husband. What does he need? Before he even asked for anything, he was not asking me for anything, but I was knowing what those needs are and making sure that I was meeting them. And I never stopped long enough to think about, what does Adrian need? And how do I need to start taking care of myself? And I've definitely gone through seasons where I've been very, very intentional for a lot of my life, where I spend the time with the Lord and I, spend some time exercising in the morning, really taking care of myself. And at that point, a couple of years ago, we were going through a move and there was just a lot of different changes. And I kind of lost that foundation for a bit. And man, it messed me up. It truly, truly did. If I don't have that moment before my God in the morning and that moment to drink a glass of water and start doing something for myself, I'm just now putting on makeup and putting clothes together and really loving myself well, because it should be the giving that we do and the needs that we fill for other people. It's from a place of overflow. And mine wasn't. Mine was from a place of empty. All right. And I was really expecting others just to be mind readers, right? Like, I wasn't communicating in a healthy way. I was just stuffing it until I blew up and I was grumpy and I was short. And no one wants to be around that, right? They feel like they have to tiptoe around someone like that. And so knowing that I can now say, hey, like, this is what I need right now, and like knowing what those things are has revolutionized my marriage. It's also helped me with my kids, because I look around now, instead of like, how many things can I do for them on a daily basis? I'm slowing down and I'm giving them the opportunity to serve back, all right, and contribute. And my kids love this. Like, they now feel like they're a part of things. Well, my oldest one loves this. My middle one is still working on it. He's about to turn 7 next month, and we're working on doing things with a good attitude. But my oldest one, he really, really loves it. So it's working there. And it's just important regardless, because they need to function in life. And when we overtake care of people, they don't get to participate. All right. And we're trying to control the outcome because we need the house to look just like this, or we need this project to look just like this. And so we just cut everyone out and we don't allow them that opportunity. So we need to work on that for you that are overdoers. All right. The second big thing, all right, that I learned is that, what did I write down here? I took a caretaker role. So looking to the interests of others in a way, I have to say, it was really kind of meddling, all right, and their abilities to participate and try and control, as I just said. And it really was more to fit my agenda, because my goal is peace. And Adrian feels peace when everything is perfect and in order. And that's not life. And that's not reality. And that's not healthy. All right. So we need to allow some of the other messier parts of our lives to be included, because that's the process of raising good kids, is that they understand how to participate. So as I shared in a previous episode, a lot of my overhelping, it's where I found my self-esteem, and it's where I found my sense of self-worth. And to have it rooted in myself and my helping of other people was not the place where I needed to be looking for that validation. And my validation, it can only come from God. That's for each and every single one of us. It's who we are as his kids. That's what changes everything. When we know our worth comes from the fact that he loves us and he created us, and he has an amazing plan for us, you get to rest and you get to be a kid in a sense and just be free and let him worry about all the things. Let him worry about, making sure that my kids turn out okay. Yes, I am in my home and I teach them and I model and I do all the things, but once I have taken care of their basic needs and taught them how to participate, I really put it in God's hands. Like, I know it's a tendency at times as a parent, you want to worry about this thing or worry about that thing. Like, I don't get to control these kids. Good Lord knows I don't get to control any of it. All I get to control on a daily basis is how I participate and doing those things to love them well, doing those things to love my husband well. And that's it. The rest of it, it's up to him. And he fills in the gaps and does such a better job than we do anyway. So today, if the takeaway of anything is that you get to have needs, you get to meet those needs, and it's your job to communicate those needs to other people in a way that's reciprocal. So if there's any other moms out there that are just waking up and pouring from an empty vessel, it is okay to let your kids participate. It's okay to put your marriage into God's hands, and it's okay to take that time to take care of yourself. Because when you take care of yourself, like, You're the happy mom. You're the full mom. You're the wife that can go and really love in a way that's patient instead of short and sharp. So I hope that this helps you today. Next week, we'll be looking at our second, or actually it's going to be our third lie. And that lie you can find, if you want a sneak peek, you can go to our website, restorationresources.org, and you can download the free ebook. And if this is something, if all of this, if you're like, this is my jam, like this is what I want to learn, this is where I'm growing, this is the Lord, what He's speaking to me, we have tons more resources on our website, or you can go to the link tree on Instagram or Facebook. We've got all sorts of stuff that you can take and use for free and grow in these areas of your life. So thank you so much for joining me today on my little blurb on the ways that we can grow and hopefully overcome and take good care of ourselves so that we can love the world around us. Thank you so much, and God bless.